Marianne Elliott from 360 Mortgage Solutions. So I just wanted to jump on today and share. Last night when I was watching the announcement by the Prime Minister, I was also receiving text messages from clients who were starting to worry about their employment. Some had already had cutback hours and others just weren't sure that they had a job to go to. And I wanted to share what you can do in this situation and what help is out there for you. So first and foremost, I'm updating the blog to this morning to share with you what protection you can put in place now before you lose your job so that you can make sure that you're covered. And this is really good for anyone, whether you're comfortable in your job and you know your job security is fine, or whether you're not too sure and you want that protection in place. It's a really good idea to consider what protection is available out there and also to consider how it will help you. I find a lot of clients sleep a little easier at night knowing that they've got that protection in place. I'll pop a link for that blog post below and make sure you check it out. The other thing I want to share is around the offers banks and lenders are putting out there at the moment around Repayment Holiday. So how does it work and what does it actually mean for you? So a couple of things that we know already. A repayment holiday is where the bank will still charge the interest each month and that gets added to the loan. So if it's a 3 or 6 month repayment holiday, effectively you make no repayment for that period, but the interest gets charged onto the loan. So remember that you do still need to repay back that interest, but it definitely will help those people who have no income, no job, no idea what's going to happen in the future, and really want to make sure that they can hold on to their home during this time. The other thing we're not too sure about is how it affects your credit score and your credit rating. So at the moment we have the consumer credit reporting, which each month the banks and lenders will report back to the consumer credit report whether you've made a payment, whether that payment was on time or whether it was late, and if late, how late. So what that means is if you go on a repayment holiday, effectively you're not making any repayment at all. It will have to be recorded in your consumer credit report, I assume. Having said that, banks and lenders do currently look at the consumer credit report when they're looking to give a loan out to a client because it gives a good indication around the character of a client and how they're going financially. However, what this will look like in the future is a massive unknown. I can't see the banks and lenders relying on this information in the future when there are whole industries that are going to be financially affected and it's going to have a mark on their credit file for a period of time. So from everything that I can see, it's looking like it's unlikely that it's going to affect your credit reporting, but at this stage, we just don't know. At the end of the day, the banks and lenders are going to make far more money on your mortgage if you stay in your home and keep going. So they're going to try and work with you as best as they can to make sure that that can happen. So the big question is, where do you go to for help? So I'll pop a link to my website, which has a list of all the banks and lenders so far who are offering repayment holidays or assistance with their clients. So hopefully you're sitting there watching this video thinking, I'm fine, my job's fine, or maybe even your job is in higher demand. But you may know someone who works in the hospitality industry or the retail industry, working from home. And if that's the case, I'd encourage you to share this information with them so that they can have access to the help that they may need so that they can get back on track. And then finally, I just want to mention that through these challenging times, I considered hitting the pause button. In fact, I haven't really relaunched Who Are the People in My Neighborhood because I just wasn't really sure where to go to from here. And with social distancing, I really didn't want to be doing face-to-face interviews with local businesses. However, I've thought about it and I think that more now than ever, local businesses need our support. So I'm going to keep going with Who Are the People in My Neighborhood. And what I would absolutely love is if you don't have a secure employment at the moment and you're nervous and worried about your income, perhaps share the local businesses as you see them. Or if you do have a stable income and you see some businesses that I'm talking to that you really like, please jump online and buy from them so you can help locally. So as always, guys, I hope you're having a fantastic day.